Meghan Markle, 40, brother Thomas Markle Jr. has said he is ready to apologise to the Duchess of Sussex after years of criticising her. The 55-year-old, who has been on the Australian reality show Big Brother VIP, told New Idea he would like to meet his new niece Lilibet and nephew Archie. But actress Sherri Shepherd has warned Meghan that the estranged brother is trifling. Speaking on the Wendy Williams show, Ms. Shepherd said, "I feel bad for Meghan. She's now got to teach Lilibet and Archie the word trifling. That's what she's got to do. It's a word we all know, and trifling always means your family. She has got to teach Lilibet and Archie trifling, and I can just picture this where little Lilibet goes, 'Mommy, how do you spell trifling? Lir. That's how she's got to describe the people on that side of the family." Mr Markle has reportedly not seen his half-sister in around a decade and, along with Meghan's father Thomas Markle, is not thought to have met Harry. Meghan and her half-brother have the same father, but she has a different mother, Doria Ragland. Speaking in a trailer for the reality show, Mr Markle said, "I'm Meghan Markle's brother. I'm the biggest brother of them all." He goes on to say, "I told Prince Harry, I think she's going to ruin your life. She's very shallow. The Duchess has a fraught relationship with her extended family, and has been estranged from her father for a number of years." Meghan's half-sister Samantha Grant, also known as Samantha Markle, has seesawed between condemning and praising her famous relative and once described her as a shallow social climber. However, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex are in the Thrive chapter of their lives and entering a new era of visibility, the co-author of Finding Freedom has said. Don't miss Harry and Meghan have been on parenting leave since the birth of their daughter Lili in June, but are really excited for the next steps in their public life, Omid Scobie told People magazine. Scobie's book, written with fellow reporter Carolyn Durand, about Harry and Meghan is being republished in paperback on August 31 with a new epilogue. Scobie told People magazine, Meghan famously spoke about that it was not enough to survive. We are now in the Thrive chapter. He described the couple as being in a healthier place as they enter the era of visibility, and prepare to develop their in-person work with their Archewell Foundation this autumn. Duke of York is currently embroiled in a civil court case brought against him by one of Jeffrey Epstein TMS victims. Andrew has vehemently denied all of the accusations made against him, but they have seriously marred his reputation. Virginia Giuffre is currently launching a U.S. civil case against Prince Andrew. She has accused him of sexually abusing her 2 decades ago. Now, the Daily Express royal news editor, Richard Palmer, has claimed Andrew's trial date in New York could be next September to December. He tweeted, "So the judge hearing Virginia Giuffre TMS civil case against Prince Andrew has set a target of holding the trial between September and December next year." On Monday, the legal team for the Duke of York, 61, has filed a 36-page motion to dismiss the U.S. civil suit brought by Ms. Giuffre in which she accuses the royal family member of sexual assault. The Duke TMS legal team, headed by Andrew Brettler, has urged a U.S. judge to dismiss her lawsuit, calling the claims baseless in an effort to achieve another payday. In court documents filed on Friday night, which was the court-imposed deadline for the prince to respond to Giuffre's suit, Andrew TMS lawyers have referred to the case as frivolous. They claim she has initiated this baseless lawsuit against Prince Andrew to achieve another payday at his expense. His legal team also claims that the 38-year-old has profited from her association with convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein for years. They allege she was willing to milk the publicity for all she could but had not kept her stories straight. The U.S. lawyers also refer to a story published in the New York Daily News, dating back to 2015, that claimed Ms. Giuffre recruited young women into Epstein's sex trafficking ring. The piece referenced former friends of Andrew TMS accuser who had described her as a money-hungry sex kitten who enjoyed a lavish lifestyle. Friday TMS legal papers also allege that for over a decade, Ms. Giuffre has profited from her allegations against Epstein and others by selling stories and photographs to the press and entering into secret agreements to resolve her claims against her alleged abusers, including Epstein and his ex-girlfriend, Ghislaine Maxwell. The motion went on to say, Epstein TM's abuse of Giuffre does not justify her public campaign against Prince Andrew. It added that she had a pattern of filing a series of lawsuits against numerous high-profile individuals who would no longer be tolerated, as it continues to irreparably harm many innocent people. The documents for the case also claim that Ms. Giuffre has created a media frenzy which has led to sensationalism and innuendo to prevail over truth. Last month, the Metropolitan Police said it will be taking no further action into allegations said to have been committed in London in 2001. Scotland Yard said they conducted 2 reviews of recent material into claims. However, after these reviews, the police have now decided to drop their investigation. The Metropolitan Police said they would still be liaising with other law enforcement agencies that are still investigating Jeffrey Epstein. However, the Met has not given any details of who these agencies are. In a statement, Scotland Yard said, the Metropolitan Police Service continues to liaise with other law enforcement agencies who lead the investigation into matters related to Jeffrey Epstein. As a matter of procedure, MP's officers reviewed a document released in August 2021 as part of a US civil action. This review has concluded, and we are taking no further action. We also reviewed information passed to us by a media organization in June 2021. This review is complete and no further action will be taken. Monday evening, Her Majesty, 95, appeared via video message at COP26 where she delivered a resounding speech to more than 120 world leaders, delegates and millions watching at home. The Queen spoke about how the impact of the environment on human progress was a cause close to the heart of my dear late husband, in a rare public display of emotion. The Sovereign TM's virtual appearance came after she was ordered to rest for at least 2 weeks by doctors after her recent hospital visit. During her speech, she made reference to both her late husband and also praised the environmentalism of both her son Prince Charles, 72, and her grandson Prince William, 39. In her address, the Queen recalled an academic gathering in 1969 in which Prince Philip warned how critical it was to address climate change. Royal biographer Robert Jobson, who penned a biography about the late Duke of Edinburgh, described the speech as wonderful, but suggested that the Duke may not have been the most comfortable with the display of affection. This is likely because traditionalists deem public displays of affection as a breach of royal protocol, while other royal watchers claim it shows the monarchy evolving with the times. Mr. Jobson told Female, "I thought it was a wonderful, deeply personal touch. A tribute to a man of vision, that Prince Philip was. He would have been embarrassed. But it shows how rightly proud she was of him." The Duke of Edinburgh died aged 99 in April, and at the time royal biographer Nigel Cawthorne claimed that Prince Philip himself would not countenance public displays of affection. However, since his death, members of the monarchy have shown an outpouring of grief which has signalled a shift in the royal family TM's approach to emotion. He told Female at the time, "It is significant that not only Charles but even the Queen appears to have broken this rule." He added that this could be abandoned completely as Charles takes upon a more prominent role within the firm, including the leading of a charm offensive at the UN TMS summit. He said, "The stiff upper lip is no longer, and under Charles' increased influence it is likely to be phased out as out of tune with the times. It comes amid Charles' trademark radical plans to slim down the monarchy, and change the way the institution is perceived by the public." The future king also broke the long-standing rule when he honored his late father in a speech shortly after his death, stating his dear papa was a very special person in a rare moment of affection. Appearing outside his Highgrove residence, he said, "As you can imagine, my family and I miss my father enormously. He was a much-loved and appreciated figure. My dear papa was a very special person who I think, above all else, would have been amazed by the reaction and the touching things that have been said about him." The speech delivered by Her Majesty at COP26 was also inherently more personal than previous addresses she has given, as she discussed her own personal investment in the impact of climate change. She referenced her late husband at the beginning of the address by saying, "The impact of the environment on human progress was a subject close to the heart of my dear late husband, Prince Philip, the Duke of Edinburgh. I remember well that in 1969, he told an academic gathering, if the world pollution situation is not critical at the moment, it is as certain as anything can be, that the situation will become increasingly intolerable within a very short time. If we fail to cope with this challenge, all the other problems will pale into insignificance." Before she heaped praise onto both Charles and William for following in the footsteps of the late Duke. She said, "It is a source of great pride to me that the leading role my husband played in encouraging people to protect our fragile planet, lives on through the work of our eldest son Charles and his eldest son William. I could not be more proud of them. Indeed, I have drawn great comfort and inspiration from the relentless enthusiasm of people of all ages, especially the young, in calling for everyone to play their part.